Sziasztok, srácok, and welcome to a very special Ask Me Anything, aka AMA YouTube video. Of course, I will need a special assistant.
Yeah, special assistant coming up. Sziasztok!
Szia!
Szia, Laura!
Hogy vagy?
Jól vagyok, köszönöm.
One of the questions was what happened to Tanbay, but another question that people ask over and over again is why did you, Laura, and by extension Tamást, get the YouTube channel? Why didn't Tanbay get the YouTube channel? Why did you, Laura, get the Instagram channel? Why didn't Tanbay get the YouTube channel? Those are actually three different questions. I kept the Instagram account because I was always the one that did all the work on Instagram. Not that I do any work on it now, but a couple of years ago I was the one posting pictures all the time and like engaging with followers. Although Tanbay took a lot of the photos, I was the one that kind of pushed the Instagram into what it was. So Tanbay and I agreed it would be fairest if I kept that, just as we agreed it would be fairest if he kept the Twitter account. When it came to the YouTube, we decided that the fairest thing to do would be for both of us to keep it. And if you remember my video a few weeks or months ago, where I said, like, we're both going to be uploading, and you might even remember that Tanbay did upload a few times, but then over time Tanbay realised that YouTube doesn't make us any money, and we're only kind of doing this for fun. I mean, he's still obviously welcome, and he knows that he's welcome to upload at any time. It's just, he also has his own YouTube channel, and I think he did want to kind of be separate.
Yeah. Subscribe to Tanbay TV. We have linked it several times. It's a great channel. He's got great videos up there, and, you know, hi Tanbay.
See ya.
He's always welcome to upload. We just expanded it and started uploading different kind of stuff.
As did he, you know, the new videos that he did on here were different to our old videos, and you may have noticed that the videos that Tanbay's been uploading haven't been Hungarian related. We've been trying to keep that true. A lot of people have been saying, oh, this isn't the travelling weasels that I started following. To be honest, a lot of you started following this channel because it was Hungarian based. I brought in a Hungarian, like what more can I do for you? What was the other question?
Well, where is Tanbay?
Where is Tanbay?
Where is Tanbay?
Where is Tanbay?
Well, he's not in Hungary.
Is he under here?
He's in a new relationship, and he is in Poland with his new girlfriend. That's basically all we know about him, right?
Why has the channel changed so much? I think a lot of people like to blame you for this because obviously the channel changing coincided with you coming into the channel, but I think even if you weren't on the scene, this channel would still be completely different. I don't know if I'd even be making videos anymore. The channel's changed because Tanbay and I have broken up and our lives have gone in two completely different directions, and we have completely changed as people. In the last 6 months, I've done a lot of things differently. I stopped wearing makeup, for example. That's a very visual one. I've also been trying to take time to work on my anger management issues, so that's another one. There are a lot of changes happening behind the scene, and hence you'll see some of them on the channel.
Laura is not different because I changed her. Laura has been a feminist for many years. An animal rights advocate for many years.
Pro-gay rights.
Yeah.
Anti-racism.
Anti-racism.
Kind of
We've been called hippies by a commenter. Yes, you definitely come from a hippie background.
Yeah, my parents are both big hippies.
Many people have commented on Laura, not her
skin.
On the one hand, please do.
Her ugliness.
Just do
keep
not.
Keep it coming. I love it.
We don't mind really, but it's just really unnecessary.
More than anything, it's you encouraging me to be more of myself on YouTube, which I thank you for, because at the end of the day, I'd rather be hated for someone that I am than loved for someone who I'm not.
Yeah, it's a good quote. In the videos with Tanbay,
sometimes I was a bit more of an object. So I put on a lot of makeup and I wore a push-up bra and and I kind of...
Yeah.
I'm over that now.
Yeah. Guys, the only thing I told Laura was just to be more of herself. Yeah. Wear what she feels like wearing, and if she doesn't feel like putting on makeup, then she doesn't have to because she's beautiful. That's it.
The other day in the airport, someone asked me if I was over 16, so I'm clearly like youthful. Why don't we reduce ourselves to one or two main areas? Why is the channel so diverse?
Because we are diverse. Yeah. I mean, it's YouTube. We don't really get paid for this. It happens every quarter year that we get some money from a company to make a video.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money. We do this because we enjoy this and because we
Yeah.
want to reach out to people, we want to communicate with you guys and
We hope you
share
enjoy it as
ideas
well.
that you might like or not like, and then have a discussion or debate in the comment section, which is exciting and thought-provoking, and we can all learn from it.
And you're really good at that. Tamást is mainly the the comment answer. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mainly answer stuff on Instagram.
Are you gonna keep on learning Hungarian?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the answer
Igen.
is
Absolute. That's not Hungarian.
absolute. Yeah, you can say that. Absolute.
Absolute.
It's also the name of diagonally in you know, in the Hungarian translation of Harry Potter.
Okay.
It's absolut, which is a pun.
Around our house, we've stuck some stickers up about like what certain things are in Hungarian.
Yeah, let's actually show them a little bit of that.
Labhas, mosogat, kés, villa, kanál. It is right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure, they're right.
And this as well. Egyedül nehéz, együtt könnyebb. And that brings us to another question.
What are you currently working on?
Okay, so I'm really excited about this question. I'm actually currently writing a book. I'm 40,000 words in, and someone has been really nice and pushing me to write every day. So that's very exciting. Hopefully it will be done by the end of the year. What are you working on?
Well, I mean, I guess we are working on the book together because you're writing it and I'm motivating you. I'm going to translate it to Hungarian.
You're also working a lot on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, I do that.
Believe it or not.
There are several music projects going on at the same time, so it's not only one.
I'm writing a rap song.
She's a really good rapper. And there's... Yeah, you are.
Are you my new boyfriend?
Yeah, am I?
Are you? I've never asked you this. We haven't discussed it.
Will you take me as a boyfriend?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you want to go out?
Járunk. That's what
Járunk, yeah.
That's what Hungarians are. Járunk.
Yeah.
Akkor most járunk. So yeah, we got this question a lot of times. Yes, I am officially the new boyfriend. Currently, we're in an absolutely traditional monogamous relationship. Cool. Crazy.
I have another question for you. Why do you dress like a homeless?
Oh yeah, that's people have been commenting on the clothes I wear, and I just like to wear what is comfortable, regardless of how clean it is or whether it's new or old. And I think we would both like to encourage people not to buy brand new clothes because they are produced in sweatshops in Asian countries for minimum, even worse wages than minimum wage.
It's
slavery. Slave labor. There are many second-hand options out there. You can buy second-hand clothes.
If you go to shops where the clothes are really cheap, just look at them and say, how much should this cost to get here? How much should that person have received to make this? And how does that add up with how much I'm buying it? And even if you buy like designer, really expensive clothes, it's still the same thing. It's just you're paying extra for a price tag. Right. Those people still get paid nothing. Yeah. What we're trying to do now, or what I've been trying to do, you've already been doing it, is only buy clothes from secondhand stores or legitimate, like ethical places.
Yeah, or if something gets torn, there are a lot of tailors and seamstresses in Hungary.
Keep those jobs alive.
Yeah, keep those jobs alive. One of my pants gets torn. I usually take it to a local tailor, either in Budapest or we're not living currently in Budapest, but wherever I live, and I get it done. It's good for another 6 years. This T-shirt,
I like this T-shirt.
It was bought at Tesco about 15 years ago in high school.
Really? It looks new.
It was very good quality. I'm quite sure it was produced in slave labor. But just try to value your clothes.
But also, don't shame people if they have holes or dirt on their clothes. Like, we were just in Holland. Okay, I had sick on my jumper because I drank too much alcohol, and people really judged us for it. They really just looked at us and they were like, oh, are you allowed to be here? I would go so far as saying that it's classist. It kind of looks down on people who don't have money or time or both. From now on, expect a lot of old.
It's the same reason people look down on homeless people. Don't look down on homeless people.
They're still people.
They're still people, and don't judge people by, based on what they look like, what they wear.
When I was being brought up in England, it was drilled into me, do not judge people on the colour of their skin, and I don't. And I think it should be extended to well, I think it should be extended to don't judge people based on the colour of their skin, but also don't judge them based on the quality of their clothes, because it doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Next question.
Lighter topic?
How did you meet Tamást?
No, I kind of want to show the cats.
Okay.
Alright, so how are the cats? What's up with the cats?
Hogy vannak, macskák.
Hogy vannak, macskák. They're fighting. Look at them. They're so fucking cute. Look at the fucking fuckers.
This one really likes cameras.
Yeah.
Are they like, oh my god.
And they're like climbing on top of each other. They're fucking cute.
They're so violent with each other. It's really...
Yeah.
And with the mother.
Primal. Very primal.
And she's violent with them too, like...
Teaching them how to fight.
Yeah, they were fighting from day one. It's really very sweet. Cat intermission over.
Yeah.
Okay, what question should we answer next? How did you meet Tamást? We met on OkCupid.
Yeah.
Tanbay and I both, when we were sort of breaking up, one of the things I think we were both worried about was that we would never find another partner. And then Tanbay and I went on to OkCupid and immediately found partners that we really liked. That's actually how Tanbay found his girlfriend as well. Tanbay was just like, people need to know about this because so many people just go out with someone who's either their neighbour or someone that they work with or someone that's very close, and they kind of, they almost get, not always, but a lot of the time they get together because it's convenient.
He or she lives nearby.
They kind of like me, I kind of like them.
Yeah, sex is okay. Not great, but it's okay, you know.
With OkCupid, you answer a lot of questions.
And this is not a paid advertisement right now.
Although I would like...
I would love to make a paid advertisement for OkCupid. I think both of us tried Tinder.
Tinder's whack.
I had some nice experiences, but not as much on OkCupid.
I don't think I ever met anyone from Tinder because they were all just like...
I had quite a few dates from Tinder.
I could have had quite a few dates, but I didn't want to. They were all assholes. They weren't all, actually. There was one guy that was nice.
Tinder is very visually oriented and and your introduction is limited. There's no survey. There's no questionnaire. OkCupid has like a 1,000 plus questionnaire. If you answer honestly and
answer honestly
and take the time and the patience to fill it out. We got a match because we were like 90-something% match and many of our questions.
And the questions are very broad, so it asks stuff like political questions like how do you feel about Trump and are you pro-life or pro-choice, but it also asks like sexual questions like do you like this and that or not. So it really matches you with someone who also likes whatever you're into.
Art as well.
I didn't answer any of those questions.
I answered a lot of different questions.
I answered all the political and all the sex questions.
Ethical questions.
Oh, ethical questions. It's important to be with someone who shares your views on ethics. Which brings me to another question. Did I force Tanbay and Tamás to become vegan?
Tell me about Tanbay. I don't know much about that.
So as you may or may not know or care, I'm a vegan. Tanbay also became vegan at the same time as me, which nobody realised because everyone, for some reason, people just assumed I was vegan and he wasn't. And then when they realised he was, they thought I made him. But Tanbay and I shared our life together. Like we did every single thing together. So the journey I went on to become vegan, he was there every step of the way and saw the things I saw, like dead dogs cut up for meat and cows that were very unhappy with like eyes bulging out their heads in an organic farm in Slovenia. The point is, no, I did not force Tanbay to become vegan. We became vegan at the same time. Then I met you and I was vegan and you weren't. And tell us how I forced you to become vegan.
You didn't force me to become vegan.
Thank you. I didn't force you to say that.
It's been a long journey for me even before I met Laura. For years and years I had been uncomfortable, increasingly uncomfortable with eating meat from an ethical point of view on the one hand, and also there was, well, let's just face it, the quality of meat that is affordable is very, very bad. It was, after a while, I just did not want to eat the meat that I could buy at supermarkets. And good quality meat was expensive. So that's why I started eating less.
Less but better quality.
Less but better quality. I've been toying with the thought of becoming vegetarian for years. And before I met you, you just basically told me how vegetarianism is okay. It's a great step, but it still supports the dairy industry.
Which supports the meat industry.
And then I was like, hey, wow, that's fair. That's logical.
Any dairy cows that are out there, when they stop being useful, i.e. when they stop producing milk, they get killed and eaten. So I don't think you really save that many animals because the dairy cows become meat cows. Yeah. But you did say to me in the beginning, like, tell me what you think about veganism, but I don't want to become vegan because I want to impress you. I want to become vegan on my own on my own stance, and I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, man. I'm happy to not force someone to do something because I'm vegan. That's kind of our thing. Like, we don't want to force people.
Absolutely.
So you like ate meat in front of me in the beginning.
A little bit.
Like a pizza once.
I ate a pizza, but I kind of, in the beginning I was like, I ate a little bit of meat at home, and then when I met you, I mostly ate vegan.
Yeah. But you were eating lactose-free stuff anyway.
There's lactose intolerance in my family, that runs in my family. So for me, it was not really that hard to give up dairy. I have to add that. I had like a 2-month transition period.
Yeah, totally.
I think. What I was like, I went to Budapest and kebab with beef, and I was like, I couldn't resist. But after a while, I felt
turned
like
into falafel kebabs.
Yeah, one, and then don't miss it either.
The other thing that I personally find interesting, because it's about me, is that whilst I didn't force you to become vegan, what you did for me was you kind of made me rethink a lot of my vegan views. One of the things that I think a lot of people struggle with veganism is it's quite dogmatic, and it is kind of like you are one of us or you can be not one of us.
Very aggressive.
And I see in a lot of vegan groups, one vegan will be like, hey, I'm really like craving this and that, and everyone's like, no, you're not a vegan. Like they're very judgmental. I'd kind of just been like, okay, I kind of get it, so I'll just accept all of it. Like bees, for example, I didn't eat honey because vegans said, oh, you shouldn't eat honey, and I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered to research it, I just won't eat honey. But then you asked me why I didn't eat honey, and I was like, oh, maybe I should research it now. So I did, and
we've been thinking a lot about
I don't eat honey.
The animal rights movement and the vegan movement, and we like to call it more like plant-based, not vegan.
I think vegans have a very bad
reputation.
Yeah, and to be fair, it's kind of a fair reputation. Like when I first became vegan, I was so like, oh, look at me, I'm so much better than you, even though I've only been vegan for a month. Like, we're all animals, and all animals make mistakes. Why does Tamást ask so many questions?
I don't know if that's less heavy. I think one of the most important rights we have is to be allowed and able to ask questions and to question anything. Anything.
Yeah.
When I say anything, I literally mean anything, because if you don't have that...
it literally does. It's so irritating.
Yeah, if you don't have that freedom, then it becomes dictatorship very easily. You just have to be able to ask a question, even if you in the end are convinced that your skepticism was wrong. You still have to be able to ask that question and not be shouted at for just asking questions. Many people take certain things for granted.
Many people get very angry when you ask them questions.
Absolutely.
Because they can't explain their answers.
One thing I noticed, very few people ask us questions. They just throw shit at us.
They just say statements like, you did this, you are that, you are that. Why not ask us questions?
And I ask back, and they either can answer or they give us an answer, and then I don't understand why they say those things. So I'm trying to just clarify things really, and trying to resolve a conflict, because many, especially Hungarians, tend to like attack, and I always get this feeling of conflict and hatred. I don't want that. I want to clarify what we're talking about, and make up in the end, and everyone can leave the debate with something they've learned.
Yeah, they've learned. The only thing we're looking to do is learn. I actually did a maths degree, just to throw that in there. But one of the things it taught me was that we never really know the answer, and we should really be open to having our minds changed. Even if you're so convinced about something, that's when you should be asking questions and being like, okay, but is that true? And don't be defensive if someone wants to ask you a question. Oh, this is a question we get all the time. Can't you and Tanbay just make videos together? Like, just do the videos? Because, like we said, we are still friends with him, and in an ideal world, that could happen. But we do live in different countries, and it's not really possible.
We did have the idea of Skype calls or messaging calls and recording them. We did a video like that. One of our Game of Thrones reviews was done that way. I think it was nice, apart from the audio quality. It was pretty good. But I think it's possible, and then we're going to do stuff like that in the future. Every
time someone asks this question, I just assume they've never been through a breakup. It's not really the best. I mean, I think it could work, but it can be quite painful to just make a video with your ex. Thank you for your question.
Thank you. See you,